Hello, welcome back to GOT. We got two incredible headsets, at least a headset and earbuds that I'm going to review today. These are both by Roselink, and they are incredible. Let's get to it. So for starters, let's go ahead and do the headphones because I like me some good headphone set. These are really nice. And according to the box, they have wireless and wired setup. So you can see here in this little package, it's got the wired setup here, and it looks like it's even got the charging cable for the wireless, which is incredible. So that's really good. And that's all that's in this box. There's nothing in there. No. So just looking at the back of this, I want to point out some great features here. It's got LDAC support, which basically means it'll give you that live translation with deeper bass, deeper sound. Okay, that's a special setup in itself. Those music lovers understand what that is. And then there's deep noise cancellation, 100 hours of extremely long battery. That's incredible, 100 hours. That's the most I've seen in a headset. Okay, of course, the comfortable fit, memory foam, Horizon anti-theft. It twists, you know, the headphones, they twist, okay. IPX4 water resistant, okay, and it's made out of aluminum alloy. So there's some great features of this thing, or benefits. So let's go ahead and pull this thing out and see what we've got. It's a great looking headset. You can see here. Look at that. It's got a lot of protection on it already. Got some plastic here, some plastic all over. I'm just going to leave that on there for now. So looking at this thing, yeah, this thing swivels. It lays flat, and okay, there you go. And you to store it, okay, if you're going to travel, you store it. I guess one extra thing would have been nice is a pouch to carry it in, but I can bypass that. Okay, and then you've got L right here showing that this is the left and the right here. So those are just some basic features. I like this headband. Does it stretch out? Yep, it stretches out on both sides for those of us with bigger heads. You can make it fit perfectly. And then here's your USB-C charging port. Looks like it's got some microphones on both sides. So if you want to use this with your phone and do some calls with it, or I guess more appropriately, do some online videoing, whether you use Skype or what's the other one, Zoom, you can do that with this microphone, which is really nice. And there's a port right there for you to plug in your 3.5 audio cable, so that if you want to listen to it directly into your computer, that makes that really nice. Okay, first thing you do, of course, after putting them on is you want to hold this power button until they turn on, and you should hear it say it's turned on.
Power on.
There we did the power on, and I can see right now it's in pass-through mode because I can hear everything a lot louder actually on the outside. So let's go ahead and
go in. I've got the app downloaded. You can see here it's the Roselink app. Okay, open it up there, but I need to first go ahead and add it to my Bluetooth. So here we go, and there it is. Let's go ahead and pair it and just allow. Sure. So it should be pairing. So as soon as they're connected, we'll go into the app, and it looks like they're connected right there. So we just swipe over here to the app. Here we are, and we are connected in the app. And as you can see, it did set up to
transparent mode, so you can hear all the sounds around you when you first set it up. And then you could go to normal mode.
Noise control off.
Or it turns off noise control.
Although it did kind of silence it. It's not. Transition, I guess, boots the outside sound, where normal just kind of cuts it out where you're just wearing them, because I noticed how it went down just a little bit. Go back to transparent.
Transparent.
Well, hopefully you can hear that. It kind of boosts the sound. We'll go to normal.
Noise control off.
It reduces some of the sound. And then if there's wind going on, you can go to wind.
Wind noise cancellation.
And it should close it even more.
And then lastly, we go to ANC, which should cancel out everything. Let's go ahead and put a video. Let's play some sound in the background. Just open right there. That's
Hopefully you can hear it. I can just barely hear that through the headphones.
Deep noise cancellation.
And that completely cuts it out, which is really good. I can't hear the air conditioner anymore. I can't hear the sound of the computer anymore. So that's really good. And if we go back to wind noise
cancellation.
I can hear the hum of the air conditioner.
Noise control off.
Couldn't get much louder on normal, but on
Transparent.
transparent, you can definitely hear it. And let's go all the way to ANC one more time.
Deep noise cancellation.
Totally cuts it out completely. That's great. Okay.
Now, in order to hear this, I've got these little microphones in the earpieces. Put them out, and they are connected to another device, a phone up above, so I can go back and forth on the sound so you can hear it. So that's really great, and they felt really good on the ear, except for those pieces that are in there. Let's go ahead and do a music test. Or no, I can't do a music test. Now I put these back on, and I've got ANC going, and we're going to get a video going here. And I'm just going to play something from my channel, and we'll get it going here.
It's time to open the OnePlus Opens Big Brother, the Find N6. Yes, there was a Find N5. I didn't get that one. We have the Find N6 now.
See, they sound really
Let's
good.
check it out. So as you know, God
Now
bless.
I got a little bit of music at the end of my video. Now, I don't know if you could hear it there, but the bass was really good. The sound quality is really good. And I did listen to these with some music playing, and the sound quality is excellent. And I love the noise cancellation. And now let's see how it works, plugging it in to my computer. Let's see what happens here. So I got it plugged right into my Mac, and I'm going to plug right in here. That's great. And I guess I need to put these back in. Okay, now I'm plugged straight into my computer. Let's see what's going on here, and we'll play the sound.
There, USB-A. I find it always interesting that they're still using USB-A.
And you have volume control.
Anyway, what
right
also
here
do
on
they
the
give
side.
you? There's your SIM removal tool, and that looks like that's the bottom of the box right there. Now, of course, what we do, we've got this.
Doesn't seem to be controlling.
Chinese companies, they always come out with cases. There's an instruction.
Okay, that sounds really nice and clear. And it's cutting out all the background sound. Well, let's see what these settings do on this thing. Let's see if these, it's got a button right here. Where is that? Oh, the button's on the front side right here where you can change the different modes. So let's go ahead and press it while we're plugged in, see what happens. Okay, so none of these sound modes work with it plugged in. That's interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to connect it to the headphone and watch what happens.
Power off.
It turns the power off when you connect it to a computer. That's why you don't get to use any of those features, which is very interesting. I don't understand that. I guess because they figure you can control your environment when you're walking around, but what if you're plugged into an older, I don't know, playset of some sort? You know, everything's Bluetooth these days, so it's probably something that really doesn't matter. So now let's go ahead and look at some of the features of the app here. As you can see here, I've got it on, I've got ANC on, so it cancels out all the noise around. And first off, you have the different equalizers here. You can set a rock. It gives you a rock vibe. I like that because it gives me deeper basses. And then let's say if you ever watch a video with Bluetooth on a phone or on a computer specifically is when it happens to me, especially when I'm trying to edit videos, the lips get out of sync. Well, if you turn on game mode, that reduces latency. As you can see, it says right there, and it really syncs the lips a lot better. So that's a great feature to use if you're connected to a computer and you don't want the lips to be out of sync. And then dual device mode. So if I turn that on, why it disconnected, I don't know. Okay, it had to disconnect to get to the dual mode. So now it is connected to this phone, and then I guess I can connect up a second device. So that's really nice. And then here's the loss audio protocol. In order to turn this on, it's going to reboot the phone. I don't use anything like that because I don't know the difference if there's a delay in music or whatever. I just listen to music. But for those people that need that feature, it is there. You can turn on Find My Device, which is really neat. Turn that on, and I guess it'll make those things make a sound so you can find them. Touch settings. So the touch settings, single click, volume. Okay, you've got your controls. You got a bunch of different settings here. I'm not going to go through them all, but you can see here you can actually personalize the buttons, which is really neat. Lab features, notification sound levels. That's interesting. So you can actually adjust the notification sounds. So that's pretty good. And then firmware, of course, you want to check that you're updated. And it says I already have the latest update. So that's good. There is no setting to go to game mode from the headset. So this is kind of bothersome for me because when I sit down to do some editing at the computer, I need to put on the game mode so that I can get the lips to sync, but there's no way to do it without opening up the app, turning it on, and unless you have the dual device connection set up, it will disconnect you from your computer. It's just, you understand what I'm saying. It becomes a nuisance. So they need to put that setting here on the headphones for somehow, some way. So that's the headphones. Let's move on to the earbuds. Where'd those earbuds go? They are right here. Now, these are going to be very similar. They use the same app, so we're not going to have to go through any of that again. So we're just going to take a look at these real quick. And if I can get them out of the box, there we go. There is the earbuds. They come with a charger, and they are called Ceramic 2s. Okay, and it looks like they come with different earbuds and a USB cable to charge them. So that's great. And this little charging box right here works to charge them up. So these are really good to use if you're out and about and you don't want to use something such as big, because those can get a little hot and sweaty, and they actually got a little hot and sweaty here in the studio as I was recording this. So let's look at the back of this thing and see some of the features. It's pretty much all the same features that we have. You got the active noise cancellation on earbuds. That's pretty interesting. You got the LDAC as well. Water resistance, 45 hours battery life. That's pretty good, but I'm sure that includes with the charging pod here. You have to charge them up to get that 45 hours. I'm sure they don't last the full thing. Now, I took these on a trip with me, and I was able to use them all day on a drive. It was 5 hours, which is really good. Now, when I used it on the drive, I had it to where it was transparent, so I was hearing all the sounds around me, but it was great because I can hear music and everything. In the RV, it can get kind of loud. So these are really nice. They've got the different connections that you can put on, but they just go right into your ear, and they seem to feel real comfortable. They're very comfortable. And right here, it's got left and right here on the charging system, so you don't get them mixed up. So with both of these in there, you take and you can press this button here, and they should go into pairing mode, and that should flash to do that. And as you can see right here, it's got the Ceramic 2 ready to pair. So we press on that, and of course, allow them to access my contacts. So there we go, and they should be connecting. And they should be connecting. There they go. They are all connected. Now, if we go back into the app here, you can see I'm on the Ceramics 2, and it shows both of them, and I'm actually connected to the Ceramic. So there you go. And look at that. You got all the same settings here, and I don't think there's any way I can set this up so you can hear it, although we'll see what happens here. Press this up against the microphone and see if it works, but I don't think you will. And ANC should only work if they're both in, I would think.
Transparent.
Okay, it just said transparent. Noise control off.
Wind noise cancellation. Deep noise cancellation.
Okay, there it was on all, and you have game mode on these.
Game mode.
So that's really cool. So these will also sync better if you're watching a video. So I love that about these. So these are great too. The fact that you can get 45 hours out of them if you just utilize, of course, the charging case is a great functionality of these earbuds. So you have the earbuds and the headphones. I'll have a link down in the description below. They are very competitively priced. So if you're in the market for some very versatile headphones or earbuds, check them out. Until next time, have a wonderful day and God bless.